So working a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life is not my goal, and I'm pretty sure that's not your goal as well. I know you're getting tired already, because I am, going to work continuously on a 9 to 5 basis and wishing you could do something else. You're getting tired of corporate emails, you're getting tired of not getting the raises. It just gets exhausting. And hey, listen, it happens. The longer you're in corporate America, you will get tired and you will get worn out. But for some people out there, retirement just seems like a dream. But what if I tell you, if you can answer yes to these 5 questions, retirement might not be a dream. It might be a reality. Now, the first question you want to ask yourself is this: do you have a clear picture of your retirement expenses? Right now, you think about retiring and you want to make sure your expenses are not out of control. But you certainly need to know how much it costs right now for you to continue living your lifestyle. You see, if you might need to make adjustments, then make your adjustments. But you need to know how much it costs, for example, for medical. If you right now have a medical condition, how much is it going to cost for you to now cover for your own medical expenses? Then you need to be realistic about how much it costs for you to stay in the household you're in now. If you have a mortgage, how much you're paying in your mortgage. If you have a rent, how much you're paying in rent. All these things you need to look at. Also, come on, let's be quite honest. The reason why we want to retire is to travel and do the things that we like. Your discretionary income probably was not as big as it's about to be. So if you want to travel, you want to put all these things within your budget and see exactly how much it costs for you to keep the lifestyle that you're currently having and that you're about to have. And also, you definitely need to understand this. Inflation and unexpected costs, well, that's just part of just living. So you want to make sure within your expenses that you have in the back of your mind, inflation can eat some of your money away. So you definitely want to make sure you're not cutting it so close with your expenses and your income. And if you can answer yes, you could cover your expenses with the retirement account and any other income you're getting, then you're ready to retire. If you answer no, don't fret, but you definitely need to start focusing on reducing your expenses. That way you could just get the hell out of corporate America. The next question is this: do you have a sufficient savings and an income stream? Right now you're about to retire, so the income stream of you getting a paycheck from work is out the window. Right now it's time for you to start relying on if you made some investments. If you put money to your 401k account, your Roth IRAs, and all your investments and how much money you have in those accounts. The magic number people say is 4% safe withdrawal rate. So say, for example, you have $1 million in your account, well, you can take at least $40,000 out of your account for the next 25 to 30 years, and it should not run out. Once again, it should not run out. No one could predict the market. No one could predict the economy. But with the numbers that people have ran back in the days, it said 4% is safe. I feel like it's a safe number, but if you get 4%, at least you know you will have $40,000 to live off for a year. It doesn't sound like a lot, but a lot of people forget this. If you are lucky enough to get Social Security, you want to go to their website, calculate that, and see how much money you get on Social Security. If you've been working for 30 to 35 years, you would be surprised. Your amount might be extremely high, especially if you never expected it. So also in your calculations, you want to know how much money you'll get from Social Security, how much money you get from your investments. If you make a good amount of money to cover your expenses, you're good to retire. And if you do not have enough income, remember, you do not necessarily need to just quit corporate America flat out. You can work part-time if you prefer. A lot of people just do like working, that way they could socialize. So you could add ways as well to boost your income outside of just your investments. You could work doing a little part-time job from something that you really enjoy, or you could start doing your side hustle. Maybe you are, I don't know, in finance or whatever, and you could just do some freelance work on the side. And the third question is this: have you accounted for your healthcare and long-term care? Now, you most likely were getting, which a majority of Americans do, which is you get all your healthcare coming from your employer. Well, now that you're going to retire, that is not the case. Unless you are retiring and your spouse or your partner is the one that is going to continue working, then maybe you could use their insurance in the meantime. But eventually, you will not be getting insurance from any employer, and you'll be responsible for getting your own insurance. So this is where you need to look into Medicare and to find out exactly as well any type of health condition that you have, how much it will cost for you to pay for most of the stuff if you're using some type of healthcare outside of the one you get from your employer. If you live a lifestyle that is really unhealthy and unfortunately you have certain conditions that's going to be expensive for you to maintain, especially if you're taking medication, you need to add that up as well and be realistic. If you can retire now knowing that you have these expenses, okay? So you definitely need to get a good picture of understanding how much it costs right now for your health and how much it will cost for you to sustain the lifestyle you're living now. Now, when it comes to long-term care, a lot of people say it's important to get it, but I don't know many people who do. Now, it is important in case you get, you need to go to a home, and you can be there for an extended amount of time. Long-term care within a home will eat up a lot of your retirement money. So it might be a very good idea to get insurance. That way, it won't eat none of the money that you have right now in your investments. Okay, it sounds like a good idea. I'm not that knowledgeable in it, but I do understand that is a very good thing to have to protect yourself. Do I know many people who have it? And did anybody in my family have it? No, but luckily they never needed long-term care where all the money got wiped out. And the fourth question is this: are you emotionally ready to retire? You ask me, I'm extremely excited about retiring. I do not want to work and it sounds great, but have you ever taken at least 2 to 3 weeks off of work straight, period? That's it. You might recognize it is sometimes not that easy and it's difficult. The reason being is because you didn't plan on what to do during that time off. Now, 2 or 3 weeks missing work seems difficult. Now, guess what? Imagine for the next 30 to 35 years, you're just taking off of work and that's it. You're not going back to work. You need to make sure you are ready for this because it is a shock. For some people, you had to push them out of corporate America because they like feeling important. They like the fact they have a set schedule every day and have a routine and they know exactly what to do. For some people, removing them from that would be really difficult. They wake up in the morning not knowing what to do, confused, and then they end up being, miserable. And that's not what you want to do during retirement. You want to have a good and joyful life. What I recommend for people to do is take a mini sabbatical. Take a month off, or at least create some hobbies as well of things that you might want to do during retirement, because you want to rely on those hobbies to keep you going, to keep you young, and to keep you fresh. But if you just retire with nothing to do, it would be really difficult and really stressful, and that's not something that I want to see anyone go through. The fifth question, and if this one you answer no, then I feel bad, but it looks like you might need to continue working, is how are you handling right now your debt situation? If you have a large amount of debt, you need to get rid of that as soon as possible. I would not retire until I get rid of my debt. Now, a mortgage, okay, it's not as bad, but credit card debt or student loans, a car payment, you want to get rid of them as much as possible. It seems like working a 9 to 5 might be what you need to continue to do because you get that extra income to pay off your debt. You don't want to remove that 9 to 5 income. You could pick up a side hustle or any type of thing now. If you're younger, perfect. Get that over with now by doing a side hustle to pay off all that debt. You do not want to go into retirement and having your hard-earned money you put in investments to go to debt. Okay, we're trying to keep as much money for ourselves in order for us to enjoy life, enjoy all the things in life that we really want to do. We do not want to just pay debt and just walk around paying student loans at the age of 60. If you have student loans right now in your 50s, come on, we really need to get that out of our lives because that's something that's going to hold you back for a very long time until you finally get to pay that off. So if you answer yes to all these 5 questions, then you are ready to retire. There is no reason for you to not retire if you can answer yes to all those questions. Now, if you're someone right now in your 40s, because a lot of people like doing the whole FIRE movement and want to retire early, you need to understand the numbers that you calculate, especially the income, needs to be a lot higher because you're trying to retire for a longer period of time. But for someone right now in their 60s, these questions is something that you really need to pay attention to, and it's really, really doable. A lot of people are afraid to retire just because, they're afraid of the unknown. But you shouldn't be afraid of the unknown because eventually, and this is just the honest truth, you'd rather leave on your terms rather than leaving unexpected and getting kicked out the door. So anyway, guys, I really hope you appreciate this video. Drop a comment down below, leave a like and leave a comment and subscribe. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace.